10 years ago, Full Circle was started at the dining room table of Allison Drake. The vision was to build a non-profit organization in the Richmond area that was solely dedicated to children and families who needed long-term professional support as they worked through their grief. With only 2 employees, 5 contracted counselors, and the financial support of friends and family, the first program created was Hands-On Healing Family Group. During the first year, these groups were run in churches, hospices, and hospitals and served 38 children and adults. The next year, we served families through these hands-on healing groups and through our Creative Connections Remembrance programs. During this year, we were contacted by the Communities and Schools Site Coordinator at Woodville Elementary, asking us to bring our groups to her school due to the overwhelming number of children grieving the death of a loved one. Hence, our school group program was born. We facilitated 7 school groups serving 96 children. Our family groups grew to 165 participants, and our remembrance programs helped 285 children and adults find ways to remember and honor their loved ones. We added a clinical manager to further develop our clinical programs and 10 more contracted clinicians. And in 2009, we hosted our first annual Roundup event, and we received our first large grant, $25,000 from the Littman Foundation. Over the next 5 years, we grew quickly due to the overwhelming need in our area. Our hands-on healing groups grew to 5 sections per year, serving approximately 200 people each year. We began offering a young adult group, a perinatal loss group, and in partnership with Ask Childhood Cancer Foundation, a group for parents who had lost a child. Our educational programs and Conversations About Grief series served over 2,500 adults during these 5 years, and we created Richmond's first comprehensive bereavement resource manual, advancing our mission to increase the community conversation about grief and its effects on children, families, and communities. During this time, 7,500 adults and children participated in our programs. To support this growth, we added 4 more employees and 25 more contracted clinicians. In 2015, again to meet the needs of our community, we added a suicide loss group, which has operated on a wait list since inception, and we grew our perinatal loss group. In 2016, we also offered a homicide loss group in partnership with Child Savers. These loss-specific groups enable adults a chance to connect and be understood and supported by others who have experienced a similar journey. In that year, we added a perinatal bereavement services manager and a suicide bereavement services manager to oversee these programs. In 2015, we also held our first Live Your Dash luncheon event to raise funds and to help inspire those in attendance to live their dash fully, regardless of the obstacles that are placed in their lives. In the next 2 years, we narrowed our focus back to our core groups, further developed existing programs, added an overdose loss group, and supported over 3,400 children and adults as well as professionals. Additionally, every year, we serve our community through approximately 150 professional consultations, offering guidance to professionals and community members. And to add to our fundraising efforts, we hosted a 3rd event, our Full of Heart silent auction and cocktail party. As we look back on the last 10 years, we are proud of how many people we have supported during their grief journey, and how we have helped to change the way our community looks at and talks about grief and loss through our educational programs and professional consultations. Our staff has grown to 9 employees. We have expanded our office and group space and increased essential community partnerships. We have changed our logo, our website, and created a presence on social media. We are thankful for our growing list of corporate sponsors, the professionals who have served on our board of directors, and our over 150 active volunteers. As we look to the next 10 years, our plan will continue to evolve in order to respond to our community needs. It has always been our goal to listen to the needs of our community and grow with these needs in mind while staying true to our mission. We will continue to offer personalized services, giving children and adults a space to grieve no matter where they are in their grief journey. We will continue to provide professionally led programs, offering knowledge and understanding of the grief process to those who are grieving and to those who support them. In the coming months, we will yet again respond to the needs of our community by adding individual counseling services at Full Circle. We believe that expanding our services to include this one-on-one support will not only expand our reach of support in the community, but also ensure the organization's sustainability by creating a continuous revenue stream. This expansion of services will also secure Full Circle's position as Richmond's comprehensive grief resource center. This crucial service will ensure that children, adults, and families are given a spectrum of grief support services to ensure they gain the support that best meets their current needs. Additional goals for the next 10 years include adding new loss-specific and general grief support groups for adults, continuing to look at the needs in our community and responding to these gaps in services. We will also focus on increasing our advocacy work, looking for additional funding opportunities, and continuing to build our board of directors. Thank you for joining us on this important journey over the last 10 years. Each day at Full Circle, our staff sees the difference we are making. Full Circle will always be a compassionate place where grief and all of the challenges and feelings that come along with it will be accepted, understood, and supported. Our goal is to help those who are grieving find their new normal and feel supported as they move through their grief journey. Our purpose is to make this journey more bearable and help them move forward and integrate this loss into their lives. With your support, time, and efforts over the last 10 years, we have touched many lives and will continue to make a difference for the next 10.